Una, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete.
Boom, 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 boom.
Aside from the clear weight disadvantage, even Canelo Alvarez is very aware that he's about to face the toughest test of his career when Terence Crawford mounts up to weight classes to meet him at the 168 bits division later this year. As a result, he's begun training early enough to ensure he's physically and mentally prepared to welcome the first undisputed world champion in multiple weight classes in the four bell.
Boom, 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 boom.
Canelo Alvarez has devised new training techniques for his opponent, trying to adapt to Terence Crawford's in-ring mobility, boxing skills, and counter-punching ability. Preparing for the bout, Canelo Alvarez has been training intensely to avoid a defeat that would be the third loss of his career, but more tragically, the defeat would see him lose all his belts, and might be the moment where he sadly passes the torch and bids his days of world dominance a final farewell. Previously, Canelo Alvarez has been asked why he continued boxing, despite his many fights and achievements, but he's responded that his love for the sport is what keeps him going. "I love boxing," he said.
You're one of the best fighters in history. You're very successful. You don't have to work hard. You could retire today if you wanted to.
I love boxing. I love boxing, and I love the...
While this love is truly real, many fans of Canelo would prefer that he doesn't quit with such a humiliating loss against a fighter from a lower division, but gracefully quit as a champion. Nicknamed Canelo, he is the first and only boxer in the history of boxing to become undisputed champion at super middleweight, as he held the World Boxing Association super title, World Boxing Council, and Ring Magazine title since 2020, and later he added the International Boxing Federation and World Boxing Organization titles on his waist too. In the year 2021, however, he lost one of them to the authorities after avoiding a fight against their mandatory fighter. Canelo trains 6 days a week during a fight camp. He only rests on Sundays and undergoes 2 sessions per day. He then goes for a morning run around 6 o'clock a.m. and after consuming breakfast takes a small power nap to rest for his afternoon training session. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are for Canelo's exercises. These 3 days of a week are reserved for boxing training. Canelo performs different exercises during his fight training and comes up with game plans to enhance his strategy. Some of these exercises are jump ropes, shadow boxing exercises, the heavy bag workout, strategic.
Desde muy temprano hay que salirnos de nuestra zona de comodidad.
Exercises Canelo's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are reserved for sparring sessions. He, along with his coach and trainer, focus on pure fight training, where he visualizes himself in the ring and prepares for the upcoming D-Day. Canelo, when interviewed about his sparring sessions, said, "It's the hardest thing I do, and it's what fascinates me the most." Canelo prefers incorporating a little bit of everything into his training routine. For his strength workout, he combines body weight and weight training exercises to give himself the strength and conditioning that is needed for a champ. To prepare for such an important bout, he has enlisted the help of some good sparring partners, just like he did with Teofimo Lopez, the super lightweight world champion. Canelo, and a Honduran boxer who boasts a record of 20 wins with only 1 loss in his category, starred in a video that went viral on social media. The video shows them training at a camp near Lake Tahoe on the border between Nevada and in California. In the video, Canelo can be seen against the ropes, delivering his best punches and fine-tuning his movements ahead of the upcoming fight against Berlanga. The Mexican fighter gives a masterclass in defensive techniques, working on his waist movement and dodging his opponent, all without wearing headgear and only marking the punches. Trainer Eddie Rosso is seen overseeing the entire training session between Alvarez and Teofimo, who appears to have become Canelo's best ally in his preparation to face Berlanga in the ring. The video also shows Canelo explaining to his training partner some tactics to escape from tricky situations. When cornered against the ropes, Canelo was seen sharing his expertise with Lopez, particularly on how to handle tough situations against the ropes. Their collaboration has generated significant buzz on the internet. Canelo is refining his skills ahead of his upcoming super middleweight title defense on Mexican independence.
El día al 100%.
Good.
Also helping is Canelo Alvarez's legendary trainer Eddie Rosso. Teofimo Lopez had previously expressed a strong desire to fight Terence Crawford. However, Crawford has set his sights on a different challenge. Canelo Alvarez, the 41-0 champion who recently dominated the welterweight division, is interested in making a significant jump to super middleweight to face Canelo. Lopez remains eager to face Crawford at 147 PBS. Crawford seems more focused on the potentially historic bout against Alvarez over. Relationship between Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Rosso is one of the most successful and enduring partnerships in boxing. It began in 2003 when a 14-year-old Canelo walked into Dono Rosso's gym in Guadalajara, Mexico. At the time, Eddie Rosso was just 27. His father, Dono, immediately recognized Canelo's potential due to his power and skill. Even at such a young age, Canelo's bond with the Rossos, particularly Eddie, grew from a traditional trainer-fighter relationship into something more akin to a father-son dynamic. Eddie Rosso was instrumental in developing Canelo's boxing skills. He also played a crucial role in shaping the to-be boxing icon's glorious career. Under Rosso's guidance, Canelo rose to become one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He captured multiple world titles across various weight classes. Crawford is fully aware of the physical disadvantage he would face against Canelo, acknowledging that size will play a crucial role in the fight. However, he remains confident in his ability to overcome this challenge and impose his boxing style. Some analysts have expressed skepticism about Crawford's ability to compete effectively at super middleweight. This stems in part from his most recent fight, a points victory over Israel Madrimov at super welterweight, which lacked the dominant display many expected.
Eres más joven que él, Saúl, ¿eh? Eres más joven que él, hay que aprovechar eso, hijo, ¿eh? Canelo comes over the top with an overhand right, lands right.
Regardless of these concerns, the potential bout between Canelo and Crawford has captivated the imagination of boxing fans. The blend of power, speed, technique, and charisma from both fighters sets the stage for what could be an unforgettable spectacle. Canelo Alvarez has established a tradition of having 2 fights a year, May and September, the latter on the weekend that celebrates Mexico's independence. Since 2022, he has scheduled his fights in these 2 months, and it is expected that he will do so again, so it is more intriguing who will be his next opponent due to the lack of interest in accepting the challenge of David Benavidez. The mandatory World Boxing Council, 168 pounds, challenger Terence Crawford looks like a strong option for Saul Alvarez, and his first fight of the year over with. Now, are we still waiting for that second fight to happen? I don't know, man, I don't know. They still got to work things out and see where they go from there, although it seems that the fight is more media than competitive, as Crawford fights at 154 pounds, the super welterweight, 2 categories below that of the Guadalajaran native. However, both Crawford and Sheikh Turki Alal Sheikh are trying to convince Alvarez to accept the fight, for which he was asking for $150 million, given how unconvincing the fight against Terence Crawford could be in sporting terms and the evasiveness against Benavidez today at 175 lobs. Saul Alvarez could have other interesting options to open 2025 in the ring, think that they can get a shot at, but after with about not even being on the line, got to fight that. Another name that has been mentioned for Canelo is Christian Emil, a 29-year-old Frenchman with an undefeated 28-0 record, who in his last fight defeated Sergey Dorenko in August and would be a contender for the World Boxing Council, a possibility.
Triple G. Así, güey. Póngase bien. Listo, cabrón. Échale huevos, cabrón. ¿Eh? Siéntese, mijo. Ya se acabó. La goma. Ya está, ya. Mijo, siguen 3 rounds. Hay que hacerlo con velocidad, con inteligencia, güey. ¿Eh? Sí. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Te lastimó? ¿Eh?